you know, like an hour.
You can ask me a question.
Okay, so because it relates
But I am
to...
going to go pee. This is not going to work out.
It relates to what Brian said. So in these comments, he said, I'm down for $20 minimum wage if you bump me up to 45, or better yet, how about an affordable 2-bedroom apartment? So before we read the rest of the comments, let me ask you this. Do people really want a higher minimum wage, or do they want to take home more money?
People want to be able to afford the living they want with whatever money they're making.
Yes.
So they want their entire cost of living to be somewhat relatable to the money they make.
Right.
Other than that, it has to be that like broad conceptually.
Because it can't just be about what you make. Because we just talked with you, if they triple what you make, but the other things that you pay for will triple in cost.
Yes.
That's how this will work. So it isn't just about what you make.
Joseph said it right there. I want my money to go farther.
Yes. It's being able to afford the things that you want and that you need.
Yes.
That is what people really want. So I think this whole line so I think the whole line of $20 minimum wage is a fallacy, and it goes right along with the same ideology that we just talked about of falsely propagating this idea, trying to convince you that the best way for you to be able to afford more things is for corporations to have to pay out more money, and that won't affect how much anything costs at all. And I don't think that that's true. And I think Joseph's other comment, he said, with true inflation metrics, we need about $5 million an hour by 2024 just to buy milk and bread. And what he's referencing is these new statements about the consumer price index, and how when we look at the consumer price index from the federal government and from people who support them, saying when we look at the consumer price index, inflation has really gone down. And that's because these statistics that they're spitting out, they also exclude energy prices, food, used cars, rent, the things that people spend most of their money on.
But they're too volatile. They're too volatile.
When you take out the things that you spend money on, inflation is down. So isn't that nice?
Yes.
All of the other things that you buy less often, those things have gone down in price. And doesn't that make you feel good about what the federal government and Joe Biden has done for you?
Exactly. And that's part of my problem with where we're going already in this clip now is we've gone from like a very targeted issue. We started with fucking air conditioners in UPS vehicles. And then we broadened that out to one of the biggest unions in the country, having, back in the sport, giving them a win, blah, blah, blah. And now we're talking about federal fucking economic policy, none of which is related to how much money essentially you have in your pocket and how much farther it goes. Because none of what happens on that federal level actually means that much down. You can't change that necessarily to what it's like to live your everyday life. All that stuff happens on the micro scale. It happens in the small economic unit that you're participating in. That's why the prices we pay at fucking our local stores will be a much different. There'll be a different price than if you go over to like the middle of nowhere, Eastern Washington, where there's fucking 5,000 people that live in a town. Prices will be different because their entire economic model is different than it is over here, the way it is over there. It's disgusting how quick you just broaden this out, and the next thing you know, you're talking about the fucking Capitol building and an economic policy that's going to affect everybody, and then fuck most people involved.
Yes.
It's disgusting. Because most of everything that actually affects your day-to-day cost of living in the communities that you will be frequenting as you live your life are affected by your local politics more than anything. How much regulation and bullshit there is involved in building houses and developing land. That speaks to how much rent is going to be, how much a new house is fucking going to be, how much a used house is going to be, a used fucking house. Used cars, brand new cars, very different types of situations there. But at the end of the day, those are the things that you're going to have to compete with and contend with in your everyday life.
Let me give you a market condition example. Okay.
Yes.
You know how much I purchased my home for.
Yeah.
There is a manufactured home 2 blocks down from mine on a smaller lot.
I hope this proves me right.
That is a smaller home.
Okay.
It is on the market for $105,000 more than I bought my house for.
Oh!
$105,000 more than I bought my house for, which is a 2-story home, 2-bedroom, 1941. I restored the floors, original wood floors, full basement, double lot, fully fenced.
Gas heating, gas appliances, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You're living the life
The
up there on
stove
the
is
hill,
electric.
bro.
But yeah, we have gas
Okay.
heating and the hot water and stuff. Yeah. So yes, a manufactured home that is unquestionably worse than mine,
Which will automatically lose half its value the minute somebody buys it.
is on the market for $105,000
That's
more than
fucking
mine
crazy.
on a smaller lot,
That is wild.
and someone's gonna buy it. It's only been up for like maybe 2 weeks. Guarantee someone will buy it, and we'll be able to check after that how much they paid for it.
Because I also want, we got to find out where this is at. Because I got to look. I'm really curious about that whole situation because that's not the way it's supposed to work.
My in-laws, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they just sold their house for almost $200,000 more than they paid for it. The market it's crazy.
It's rough right now.
Yeah.
I know. I got things going on that I'm like, I'm not doing that for a while. You see a bunch of fucking for sale signs start popping up here. Used to be
Fools.
the day you put the sign in the ground, the next day you drive by it, there's a fucking sale pending thing attached to it.
Fools.
Nowadays, not so much.
Just wait.
Not so much. Yeah, when I was talking to my financial advisor dude the other day, he's like, definitely advise you not for another probably year at the earliest, 2 years probably.
Yeah,
that's when people should be looking to do some things there.
But looking at the sale for that house, I was like, well, I can't wait to sell my goddamn house because I'm going to cash the fuck out in this bitch. So
No, you won't. The entire economy collapsed by then. It'll be fine. Then just be happy you have a piece of paper that says deed with your name on it. That way when somebody tries to take it from you, you can kill them and be like, I own this land, bitch. It's deeded.
My house is so old that the original plot lines for it is a hand-drawn map. It's pretty awesome.
You find that a lot in Bremerton.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Back when surveyors used to be fucking men.
Yeah, someone drew a stump in the ground, Dude, it's cool.
That's
it's super cool.
That's a legitimate point of observation to find a property line, by the way. Is it an old stump that's been there for fucking 50 years?
Yeah.
It's
Super
legit.
funny, dude.
Welcome to the south of the streets, coming at you every week with this food for thought. Hope you ready to eat everything.